Hey guys, Ash from Off-Grid Mojo with an update. As you can see, the wrap finally made its way to me after an absolute nightmare of a series of catastrophic events, but some threatening, displeasing, negative reviews from myself motivated certain people to pull their head out of their arse, so to speak, and bring me this wrap finally. Anyway, it's 1.5 meters high and it's 15 meters long, which is going to be way more than enough for what I need. Anyway, this is where we were up to last time, and I've done the other side. I'll show you. By the way, I use 1 can of red on here, right? But it's still nice and smooth, so I'm hoping that the wrap will still go on there. But what I'm going to do, as I try to always do before I commit myself to a bigger area, is I'm going to try it on here first. But I'll even try it on a small, well, not that small, a smaller test piece as well. I have finished putting the polycarbonate on this side as well, and I did actually on this one try, see here, that's still polycarbonate. I actually ripped out the black flute down in there, and I just with a Stanley knife, a razor blade, came through the fascia side and just cut through, and I left the bottom, and then did a direct cut through there with the jigsaw. So I was able to bend it into that wheel well, that tapering in wheel well there, and secure it with a couple of zip ties, and it's looking pretty good. So what that means is, what I'm going to do is do the entire wrap. I may put a bit of tape here before I put the wrap on this side if everything goes well, and then put the wrap on, and you won't even see any of those lines, hopefully. Anyway, that's where it is. So I'm going to do a test piece now and see. I've got a very small test piece with this Duplicolor custom wrap spray wrap on it. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit of the metallic wrap and see how well it sticks to that, and that will give me a better idea of whether it's going to stick to this red or not, or whether I have to peel the red off, which I'm hoping I don't have to do. I just want to go straight over the top of it. So let's do that. Alright. Okay, there's the test piece done. As you can see here, I had done various colours of different spray paint there, and there's a gazillion colours under there as well. Some Duplicolor, some Rust-Oleum, and some Fiddly Bits paint. Now I'm pretty happy with how that's sitting there. I don't know if it gets a little bit better light for you. That's just on that black flute, so I know it's going to sit over that red Duplicolor spray wrap. Don't need to take it off, which is going to save me some time. This little squeegee here has got some felt on the end of it, and that came with the wrap I bought. I did buy 2 rolls, or 2 lengths of 5 meters, and the deal was, if you brought 2 rolls, you got another roll of the same length for free, plus this little thing. So that's why there's 15 meters, and that's why there's like way too much of it. I'll just show you over here what I'm going to do. Because this line here, because I'm not doing the green wrap over the entire vehicle, right? I've got that black diagonal line going through. The highest point in all this is here, and it's 1.2 meters from the bottom down there to the roof. Now, the roll of wrap is 1.5 meters high. So I know I don't need any knifeless tape. I can just cut off the section of the length that I need of the wrap, and then start on the line there, wherever it is on that line I'm going to do it. See, I no longer need this white reflective tape through there, because of the graphic that I'm going to do doesn't require that now. So I'm going to come in and make sure the wrap goes on there somewhere, maybe hope right down to there, I don't know, we'll see. But I don't need it, so I may have to come in with more spray paint and fix that up. But I'm just going to run it right along there with the clean edge of the wrap, so I don't need to cut it and stuff it up. Knifeless tape was, I don't know, it was $24 or $34 for 10 meters, and I read the reviews on Google that it is, you know, if you haven't used it before, it can be a bit finicky. Now, just quickly on these zip ties here, I was going to put some silicone in there to, you know, just in case somewhere along the line the wrap gives way and some water starts trickling in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tape over that, just normal tape, and then I'm going to do the wrap, and then down the track before I put the insulation in, the Morwell 10mm insulation, I'm going to put the silicone in through the other side so it butts up against the tape. So I kind of feel that's a pretty groovy way of doing it. So alright, let's get into doing that back door. Let's see how we go. Okay guys, I have done the back section. I've put the porthole in, I've done the reflectors in the corner, as you can see, cut around all that. I've secured it with more black tape over the corners. These little red things here are where the indicators go. Am I happy with it? I'm happy with the colour, but the wrap is not securing very well over that Duplicolor custom wrap spray that I've got there. As you can see, it's bubbling a bit, but it's only a tiny little section on the door. If it really continues to look shit, then down the track what I'll do is replace that whole door, the flute with the polycarbonate as well. But at the moment I'm happy enough with that. I like the colour. It's really going to stand out. My goodness, look at that. Really going to stand out, which is what I want. Yeah, all this is stained black just the way it is because I want to keep that my off-grid Mojo sticker down there, and down here wherever the red is will be green, and the green will come right down to where that black is there. You can, whoops, sorry, there you can see it there, come right down there and run all the way along. So I'm hoping it'll stick better on that red there because there's only a very light layer of that on there. So what I'll do now is I'll come in with little bits of tape. Actually, you know what, I may not even need it. No, I'm not going to worry about it because this vinyl wrap that I did at the back, it's quite thick. I'm not even sure if it's that good quality. The ones I've seen that actually, you know, on YouTube and that, the tutorials, when you take it off, it's really flimsy and really thin, but that is just not the case with this one here. I mean, it's actually, hang on, what's going on here? It's actually quite thick. Now I've tried to see if there's another layer that I'm meant to peel off, but that there, that white stuff, is the sticky stuff, so I don't see how or why that would be the case. There was a protective cover of like cling film on there as well, and I had to take that off. So anyway, I can't see another layer on there. It's just a really thick vinyl vehicle wrap. Maybe that's why it was so cheap. Ah, there you go. Oh well, you know, we'll call this the second iteration. Maybe there'll be a third, fourth, maybe even a fifth. Anyway guys, I'm having a bit of fun. Alright, I didn't tape the back because I wanted to test it all out myself and see how I was going with applicating the vinyl wrap on there. I'm confident enough now that I can do it successfully over here, which is a much bigger panel. The only issue is it's quite windy here today. If you can see the tape on the wall there, it's quite windy and there's not enough room. If I put this inside the storage shed, I got no room to get around it. That's kind of what I'm dealing with. So, mate, the weather report said very little wind. Yeah, right. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to try in the wind, as windy as it is, but because I'd hate to start it, you see. I'd hate to start it and then get midway and it all turns pear-shaped because of the wind, and I've just lost however many meters. Anyway, I'll check it out. I'm going to tape that. That should be fun to watch. I'll edit the crap out of that and make it only show the good stuff. I'm kidding. I'll tape the whole thing and just speed it up. Alright guys. Okay, clearly it was way too windy. So I've looked at the weather report. The winds are 18.3 knots at the moment, with gusts over 20, and it was the gusts of wind that were taking it and filling it with air like a sail and making my life misery. So at 3 p.m. the winds died down to about 11 knots. So that's, you know, nearly 4 hours away. So I'm going to try and think of another way to do it. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you this. What I've done here is this is the original piece that I tested the metallic wrap on, that black flute, and it sticks okay-ish, but anyway, what I've done is I've spray painted various paints on here because I'm going to be spraying black, white and grey graphics over the entire area and on the back as well, and I wanted to make sure that the paints I were using were going to stick, and they are. So I'll show you which ones I've used. The white here is called Fiddly Bits Gloss White. I got that from Bunnings, about $4.50 a can. And then the grey, which is hard for you to see, but there is a grey through there. I only needed one layer of that. This one, the white, I needed two. So the grey here is Rust-Oleum. That's the original one that I sprayed the black flute with when that was the original skin on the quad. And this one here is actually the black Duplicolor custom wrap carbon black. So that's a matte black, and that's on there as well. So those are the three colours I'm going to be putting on top of the wrap, and as you can see, they're pretty well dry and they're not scratching off. I'm very happy with that. So I know the graphics are going to work. Now I've just got to wait. The wind seems to have died down for a minute, but yes. Alright, bugger it. We'll try it again. Okay, it's proving too difficult to do it in one sheet. So where the polycarbonate joins butts up together, I have done a rough edge going up from that join, and I'm going to adhere all this down. I'm going to squeegee that into place. I'll pull the backing off. I'll probably start from the top and work down with the squeegee. I've just used marking tape to hold it into place. I measured it all up. This bottom line through here is the bottom of the wrap in the roll, so I know that that's fairly straight. So I've lined that up exactly along where I wanted it. So now if I sticky tape the bottom bit and then come from the top and just roll a little piece of the backing off and then come through with the squeegee. That'll be in place, and then I'll come back, check it at the bottom, and go from there. But I did quite a bit of damage to it in the wind. It came off like a yacht's sail, and just fucking blew around all over the place. So I'm pretty livid, mate. It's really not a one-person job, and for me, being a beginner, first time I've done this. And you certainly do not want to do it on a breezy day. Lesson learned. Oh my God. All right.
The silence calls to me from the treetops of this world. A balance, feeling free. I'm a part of this place of birth. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally breathe. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally see.
Okay, I don't know if you call it successfully attached it, bonded it on there or whatever. I'm really not happy with it. Obviously it's not finished, but it's showing up every single little imperfection because it's so shiny. And I think with the matte red, or matte colours in general, I'm going to be able to hide a lot of that nonsense. It'll still stand out enough for me. The issue is this wrap cost me over $200, and not only that, I noticed when I put the door on before, the sun reflects off this like way too much. Like it's going to blind people on the road. It's like going to be really dangerous, I think. Anyway, I'm going to put the porthole in. I'm not going to Sikaflex it, but I'll put all the nuts and bolts in and the flange, the gasket thing on there, the housing surround thing. And then I'm going to come in with the hot gun and try and clean up some of these imperfections. See if I can get it looking a little bit better. But right at this moment, I'm not happy with it. I'll try and give you a look down the side from the back. So there's the back there. And that looks hideous, mate. Look, it's not even sticking. Look at that. It's just coming off. It's not even sticking down. That looks bloody absolutely ridiculous. And then down the side there, I've almost got these matched up. But trying to come from this end. See if you see that on the front going down. It's a bit hard to show, guys. I don't have a lot of room between the storage door and this wall for good reason. Anyway, I'll do that and show you that, see how we go. Okay, so I've put the porthole in and I've gone over everything with the hot air gun, the hot blower gun, and re-applicated everything. Sorry about the tractor noise, they're working next door. I'm still not really 100% happy with it, but it is going to have a shitload of graphics all over it, so that's going to hide a gazillion of the imperfections and take away some of the glariness. Not a lot, but a fair whack of it. But this is definitely going to be the second iteration. Down the track, I think I will rip it all off and just use spray the spray just seems to be a bit more forgiving. You've got to use quite a bit of it, but it just seems to hide everything better. The matte spray, you don't see really any imperfections once it's had 4 or 5 coats, layers. So I'm going to try and get the top done now today, and see how that looks. All right.
The summer's calling. The summer's calling. If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling.
Okay guys, a bit hard to see. The white arrow that I just did came up pretty good. You barely see the grey one up through there as well. That will be made darker when the Morwell installation is put on the inside. And I did a white sort of arrow stripe there and one there as well. And on this one here, I did the outside of it in reflective white. I don't know if I'll keep it. I'm not sure if I like it. I'll bring you in for a closer look. See the difference there? That hole is where the fan's gone, so don't worry about that. It's hard for you to see really in the light, and this truck next door making all that noise, but it just breaks up that black a bit. Now, there's a heap of graphics going through the green through here as well, so I'm going to get onto that now, and that'll be matte black, same as the bottom.
The love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling. As we wait for the smoke to clear and we watch our dreams appear, I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we will see December. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way.